He left
99.22 FM. This is Radio RFM, home of African music.
Hey, Agnes.
Utaki niendelee?
Hii wimbo, what does it mean?
Oh, if you know the story of this song. This song,
All right.
I wrote it when I was fresh in Germany.
When you were fresh in Germany,
I was fresh and I was so lonely. It was within the first 3 months.
Germany can make you be lonely.
So I came here. I couldn't speak German. I only could speak English.
All right.
My parents-in-law were living downstairs. I could not talk with them because all they knew
You know
was
nothing.
German and Russian. I had no Russian.
And Russian.
I
Who
felt
doesn't know
lonely.
Russian? Who doesn't
My
know
God,
Russian?
you know
Where do you
Russian.
come from?
When you're
American,
talking of
right?
International marriage. That was the moment I realized how difficult it is.
All right.
If I had my own private jet that time, I would have flown.
You would have flown back to
my
Kenya.
village. Not just Kenya, Meru into the village.
American.
Back. Yes.
We are talking about
Into
American.
Americans, yeah.
Welcome us to your program. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, guys, welcome. It's Sunday again. This is Aggie's Live Talk Show on Radio RFM in Stuttgart, Germany. Welcome. I'm so excited because we have very special topic. I mean, December is the month of love, so we talk about love. Forget about February. February is another story, and there we will talk about it. But right now, we are talking about this unconditional love. And you know, when you talk of international love, it also has its conditions and unconditional situations. So we're gonna talk about this today, and I have a very special guest in studio, and even another guest we have, but we'll talk about the other guest later. But the guest we have right now, a very special lady. You all know her. She's the number one when it comes to dancing in front of the camera.
All right.
Because she's the Miss Rumba herself. I don't know how to call her because her language is a bit difficult for me. So I will try. I even said, if all gets hard, I'm going to go back to my American accent because that's the easiest I can talk. So please explain to us who you are, because Your Highness, I don't want to even dare introduce you myself.
You made the role.
Yes.
Time is going to come another time.
Yes. Okay. So let's
We'll
start
pull her
there.
on board another time. But today I'm a Kenyan. I know I share the face with Sherina Katia Benstown.
my
But she's not around. She just comes on Friday.
Oh
does
my
her
God.
thing.
Oh my
But today
God.
this is just Nyathia Kinyi.
This is
Yeah.
that makes it easier for my tongue.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just simply Nyathia
It's
Kinyi.
very easy.
Wait. It's just simply Nyathia Kinyi. You could let me tell you something. You could never take this accent out of me. It is just simply Nyathia Kinyi. There's nothing else you're talking about.
You're
That is
talking,
it.
These people are
Where are you
international.
from?
These people are international.
They're international.
Whenever you go, you find them.
You find
Yeah,
them
we are
eating
brands.
fish.
We are brands.
By the way, tell
Yeah.
us. We are here to talk about a very serious topic because it's the month of love. I mean, it's about heavenly love, but we also talk of earthly love because it's also going to be involved. December is very special month. We talk about the complications of or the challenges of December, and love is part of it because and that's why we're gonna talk about it. So tell us,
And not just love, but
Look,
international love.
International love. And that goes all over. International can be anywhere on planet Earth, or are we considering Mars and planets?
You can
Let's
consider
just
them
stick
all.
to us, because
Interterrestrial love.
if we go outside the planet, we might not be able to.
But you never know where this person will
take
take
care
you
of
to
it,
honeymoon.
Yeah, but let's
guys.
just stick to planet Earth.
We
Okay.
remain here.
We already have enough
Back
to deal
down.
with.
Have you noticed Madame Wakinyi? She's looking fly.
Today, I tell you, even I felt like going under the table when she came into this room.
I wish
Don't we
we
have
could-
a red carpet in this place?
We have a
need
green one. We have a green
need
one.
a red
But
carpet.
maybe soon we might
Without
be.
a red carpet, we're not gonna work here. We need a red carpet, boss.
Yeah. But she looks fly.
She looks fly.
Yes.
Fly, I'm a fry.
Fly. You know, these
You know
people who come from
American.
American can even
That's
fly
not so
English.
difficult. We can fry. I mean, you came in fry or, fry or fly, whatever. You came in, welcome, and I'm happy that you're here.
Yeah.
And some people are very busy waiting for you. We even me, I was waiting seriously. That's why I could not even wait for you to get here.
Even me,
I'm already asking, where are you?
I wore red because I knew you were gonna talk about danger.
Even me, I have red. We're talking love,
Is this red or this is mine?
This is red. Mine is red.
Yours is orange.
This is dark red. Now he's trying to compete with me here. Color.
No,
It's the color
men are
brown.
always
Which are-
colorblind, so we
Yeah,
don't-
so you're welcome. Oh, Stephen Kojo, you're welcome. And Lulu Masha, you're welcome. Take it away, my dear. And that's yours, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And there's your winner, you're welcome. I tell Duchess, fire it away. Hey, these words with fire and fly and everything. My tongue will suffer today, the way it looks like, but it's life. I have to go through it. So, this is Aggie's Life Talk Show. We're going to talk about love international.
Yeah.
Whether it's African or African and non-Africans, we're going to talk about love as it is and as it can be, with its challenges and with its sweetness and bitterness and everything that is involved. So, Nyathia Kenya, tell us a bit about you, but let's make a short break, huh? Before so you get ready.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
You came all the way from Africa. Life has been a journey. Race, culture, color, and language. On Diaspora Chronicles, Agnes K. Frolich brings you Aggie's Live Talk Show. On 99.2 FM, your home of African music. Radio Ara. This is Aggie's Live Talk Show.
Yeah. Let's talk about love. And we are talking about love between African nations. We are talking about African loving Africans. We are talking about brown to brown, black to black. How it works. and how
Melanin
does
to
it work.
melanin.
Melanin to melanin. You say melanine or melanin? Whatever.
Let's continue.
So these love issues, it's a bit complicated sometimes, but I mean, love is sweet, actually.
all right.
When you hear love, you're thinking of very nice feelings, being on the seventh heaven or ninth heaven, I don't know which one it is. Love is always a bit tight thing. I think love is something nice, actually. When you think of love, first of all, you think of the positivity of love,
Yeah.
or not? Love is something special, love is something big, love is something that should help you to grow bigger and feel better. Even it's a healing process if you get the right love.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're not going to talk about the negativity. Let's just talk about love. You're going to talk with us because you have your experience. I have my experiences. He has his experiences. Everybody out there has their experiences when we talk about love. But today we are talking about international love, intercultural love within Africa. One nation in Africa marrying the other nation in Africa. If you want, some even marry different nations. You try Uganda, it doesn't work. You try Congo, if it doesn't work. You try Guinea, if it doesn't work, you continue trying. So we want to hear some experiences because our princess here also, Nyathi Akinyi, your princess, your duchess, your royalty. Tell us about your experience. You're here as a diaspora. Tell us first of all about your life. Are you married? Do you have kids? How long have you been to where you're living now? Which country are you in? So you're welcome, madam.
Thank you so much. This is definitely not my first time on the show. People already know my face. And I also share the face with some co-hosts as well on Radio R. So I'm a single mom of 2 kids. And I have kids with someone from another country. So I think that's why I fit the conversation today, because we are just trying to see some of these challenges and the pros, the advantages, the pluses that come in when you are in this kind of a relationship stroke marriage, because there are some relationships that don't end in marriage and there are some relationships that do end in marriage. So what we just want to try and do in the show is to give our own experiences so that it can help someone to maybe understand his or her own situation at the moment, or maybe if you're planning to get into a relationship with someone else from another country, then you have a few tips here and there how you're going to go about it. So we're just going to base ourselves on us here living in the diaspora, because if you're not in the diaspora, you're most likely not to end up with an international partner.
Most probably.
You're probably, I'm Kenyan, so if I were in Kenya, I probably would have had my kids with a Kenyan. As of 80 out of 100%, 100 chances, I would have had my kids with a fellow Kenyan. But because I'm in diaspora, we are exposed to other people from other countries and other cultures. So that is why you see most of us do end up with people from other countries in Africa.
Well, that's the beginning of it all, eh?
Yeah. Love international.
Love international. Yeah, because I can imagine, I mean, when I was young, growing up, and I would go to my village, I never thought outside my village, because those are the guys I saw, those are the guys I knew, I knew their families. So, of course, depending on how exposed you are, you will be limited in that extent. And you're right when you're saying that when we are out here, the fact that we are not at home. We end up meeting new people from different countries, and then you have to choose. And of course, being out here, you've learned a lot, you've achieved a lot, and whatever. So, what was the main thing that attracted you to the father of your children?
To the father of my kids? Let me just go way back from when I came. It was interesting to discover other people that come from other places, because we are so, Africa is like a basket full of cultures. It's really a nice place.
You can say that loud.
And you can only experience the beauty of Africa if you're in the diaspora, because that's when you meet people who come from other countries of Africa, and then you get amazed at how different we are, and also how similar we are. So I think that is something that really caught me, the kind of diversity that is in Africa. I met different kinds of people. I met Nigerians, I met Cameroonians, I met Congolese, Ghanaians. And it's not now, you're not really hearing about them, you're actually experiencing them. You're
seeing them.
They talk differently, they react differently, they believe differently, and this is the main thing that attracted me to men who are not from my country, because it was now something different. It was really out of the norm. I was used to our Kenyan men differently, and then I come here and
they're here. You're like, wow! I didn't know there's something like this. Now let me do it. It's really amazing. The way you're explaining it is really. You are curious of their culture.
I was curious, but I was excited at the first time. It was the excitement that
what
made
was the
me
excitement?
Curious.
How big they are? How they talk? What was the excitement about?
They are different. They are different, and I stand to be understood. We have a Kenyan man in the studio, and I really hope that he doesn't rub him the wrong way.
Peace.
Yeah, Le Boss Mkurugenzi should just put on your soft hats, because it might get brutal.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's just talk. We're just talking.
It might get brutal on him, but let me just hope that he understands.
I'm just crying for the Kenyan men.
Please, we're just talking.
Oh, Kenyan men.
Please.
The way you are so handsome.
Can you stop? Let us talk now.
I left where Agnes said, you came and you said that. I was are we?
No, that's why I want to come in. So I just want to be as humble in my statements as possible.
Please do, because we
so
don't
that the boss is not rubbed in so hard.
Somebody give me a tissue.
You're probably going to need some tissues. You're probably going to get some tissues, but anyway.
Oh God! Tell me.
That is why this is Agnes Talk Show. So
I'm very
just so
curious.
that we are honest and and candid. Someone needs to get to know this. Maybe our Kenyan brothers might also learn one or two things. It's not really, not pun intended, but just so that you know what others have, that maybe you would like to emulate, and what you have that the others don't have, so you just feel proud of yourself. So I dated in Kenya, and when I came here, what caught me first of all is the kind of confidence that some men have out here, men who come from other countries.
Amazing,
confidence that honestly our brothers don't have.
No matter what they're selling,
I don't know how brutal I can put or how humble I should be.
Men out there,
but
are you listening? Okay. Confidence.
confidence is something that some men have. I'm allowed to be specific.
Yeah.
West African men
yes.
have some kind of confidence that blows any woman's feet away, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. In some, we don't want him to suffer tonight. We don't want him to have any nightmares tonight. But truth has to be said. This is her experience. So we called her to tell us her experience, and so we're gonna let her talk. Okay, tell us. This confident. I want to hear. In which way was that confidence so impressive that you thought, no, this one is a different type of man. These ones are different from my the kind of men I knew until now.
First of all,
this confidence. I'm making my notes because I want to.
You want to learn?
Yes, I want. I have my notebook here. Yes, I need to learn now.
Anyway, first of all, Kenyan women generally are very confident women.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is true. We realize that when we come to the diaspora, because we do realize what we have that our counterparts, most of them, don't have.
Yeah.
We have that confidence. Most of us are learned. And when you're learned, there's some kind of confidence that comes with this. You kind of believe in yourself.
Yes.
You kind of have another worth, self-worth. And normally, when you're in Kenya, it takes a man, a man to really believe in himself and have courage to even face you and talk to you. These West African men talk to you like they like nothing until you wonder, hey, I mean, do you really realize I'm a Kenyan woman? How are you talking to? Talk. So it is the confidence that swept me off my feet.
Yes, confidence.
The kind of confidence they have, because I believe in myself so much, and when someone just confronts me and tells me point blank, I like you. You know, I have never had that when I was in Kenya. No one really came to me, faced me on the face and said, hey, I like you.
I like you.
Oh,
okay. Despite my big mouth, I like you. Are you listening, men out there? Confidence is very important. I like you.
Kenyan men take this. She came from the village where they don't say, I like you. Continue.
It has nothing to do with the village. It depends on the character of the personality.
I'm seated here like a Kenyan man, and I can't sit and see you demoralize us. You are rebuilding us. Kenyan men, we were voted last month the most romantic men in Africa.
I did not see that.
Hey,
where?
I need to put proof on the screen today.
Did you hear that?
I don't know.
Did you hear that? We are talking with Nyadhi Akinyi. She has a different experience, and that's what we want to know. We want to know why, because I've had so many cases talking of especially West African men. They even back home, the men are our Kenyan men are complaining because girls are, even if you are but even women there are complaining. Why are Nigerian West African men taking away all our good girls? Yeah, it's the same thing. Now you're hearing it. Just listen.
This kind of a conversation is normally very...
It's very sensitive.
It is very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Yeah,
don't
like
cry.
really...
Don't cry.
When we just want to be serious a bit, this kind of a conversation is very sensitive. It rubs people the wrong way sometimes, you know. But if we want to be honest with ourselves, you listen and you take in the positives and the negatives, you correct them. I think that is where, because it's not entirely like they are perfect, they are angels. I mean, we're just starting with their positives. If I run to their negatives, it is
there are no angels as men. Men cannot be angels. I think even the angels in heaven, they are women. Only they are called men names.
Actually, that's where I'm waiting for. Just talk about the positive.
Lulu Masha is saying she's a village girl because you say that.
Thank you.
That is
Thank
not
you,
right.
Lulu Masha.
Bala Gambia, you are watching from Italy. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. And Lulu Masha, are you agreeing with the boss here?
She's agreeing.
She's from the village.
Let
Kenyan men wanachosha walai. That's what she said. Oh goodness! I think that would be World War III if we don't take care here tomorrow.
let her continue.
There's trouble,
Let her continue
let's
first.
hear. I mean,
I'm waiting for the other side.
I was writing my notes here before you interrupted.
Sorry.
Let me continue. Yeah.
Confidence.
First of all, it is their confidence.
The confidence.
Confidence in a man really can sweep any woman off her feet.
Oh, yeah.
Because the man, a confident man is a man that knows what he wants. Yeah. It doesn't matter how he's going to get you, but he knows that he wants you. So he's up for the task. You know, you're left. It means
like,
to you as a woman, whatever I'm going to put on this man's way as a challenge, he's going to overcome it, because he has already put it down straight that there is. It's not like he likes me or he wants to go to out lunch with me or no. He wants me.
He wants me.
He has already said it. That's
it's
the
not
first
a trial thing.
that is interesting. It was interesting for me.
For you.
To someone who is not from my home country. The other thing is the way they treat women.
Oh, let me hear that.
The way
what
they
do they
treat
do
women.
different?
I mean, I could be wrong, because there might be a Kenyan woman somewhere who is treated very well with a Kenyan man. But me, I'm giving my own experiences. When I was at home, what I didn't have, and when I came here, what I had. He knows that it is his duty to take care of you. He knows. I mean, it's not
you don't need to have conversation and discussions.
You are going to think twice. He knows that his woman has to look good. Yeah, that means he's going to make sure your hair looks good, your dress is okay. You're going to church with him on Sunday and you are looking somehow. How is he going to be?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so those that can give you positive things about our men at home, fine. I will agree with that. But these are some of the things that we see here as Kenyan women who had something or have something with international men. I mean, men from other countries in Africa. Yeah. Wow. They are confident and they take care of the women. Yeah, hands down.
This is so amazing, because yes, I've heard of some issues where you have to look good. You get handbags bought for you. You get parfums bought for you. You get, and some men don't know even what is a perfume or handbag. I'm not saying anything.
All that glitters. All that glitters.
Why are you? Just let her tell us.
I'm not in your conversation.
We're talking about international love, guys. This is Aggie's Live Talk Show on Radio RFM in Stuttgart, Germany. This is your home of African music. You don't want to miss this topic today with Nyati Akinyi and even our faraway guest, like Daisy. We're gonna have I don't know even what to say. I don't know what to say, because the boss here is a bit having trouble. Let's make a short break and then we gather ourselves, because I fear there is a World War III cooking up in this studio today.
99.22 FM.
Shut up and bend over. Let your back do the talking over. So back up and bend over. It's your favorite boy.
Home of African music. We are number one on entertainment.
Check this out, ladies and gentlemen listening.
Music.
We take care of your music needs.
Interviews.
Are you ready?
And Diaspora Chronicles.
Keep listening for more.
Oh yes, it's 99.2 FM. Radio Ara. Your station, your solution.
Let's go!
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going on, and Nyati Akinyi has told us what made her like the men from those other sides of Africa. Africa has actually very handsome guys, very hardworking guys, very industrious, really industrious. Some of them will go over the waters. We've had experience to just go and make sure that they can feed their families and whatever. I mean, we are not generalizing, but we are talking about Nyati Akinyi's experience. You know, marrying internationally in our own continent. We have 54 countries in Africa alone. That means a whole lot of different men to marry from. And I've heard that men are more than women. So we have to really think carefully and clearly before we decide or generalize. But we are talking about the experience that our sister here made by marrying internationally within Africa. I know you all have your experiences with West African, East African, South, West, whatever. Where? South and North. And you have experience. But right now we are hearing the experiences of Nyati Akinyi. And she was so blown off with this West African man, and Lebos is not so begeistert. He's not very excited about it. But I find the way she's saying it, you're like, I want also so a West African man.
Where was I? Where do they get from?
Where do I get them from?
We are going to write the contact below here for those who are watching.
So it seems like West African men,
that
be
you know
ready.
where you find the Gambians, the Nigerians, the Ghanaians. You are watching Afro Cinema Continue Show. Hey, so you decided when I am in Germany, that is the shortcut.
I have to get one of those, But even me, honestly,
I need to speak to your father.
It's too late. I think you cannot do anything anymore. Afro Cinema continues. Kenwood versus Nollywood. No, but I think it's very interesting because I never thought about it like that. I know the West African men, really, as you say, they're very confident. Especially, I watch how they go with their culture. They're very, very cultural. Even foods. Most of the Afro shops, they succeed because of the West Africans. No matter where you put them, they have to eat their fufu. It doesn't matter. Even if you put them in the mass, I'm sure they will make sure that fufu is exported or imported there. How do you say exported or imported? Whatever. They will make sure they have their food. They will wear their attires, they are used back home, the kaftans or whatever. So it's really, really interesting. And we are not praising the West African men alone, but we know we have special men everywhere. But let's listen to what Nyathia Kinya experienced. So you got these people, they have a lot of experience, confidence compared to the men back home, what you experienced. And they make sure that as a woman, you're taken care of because they know it's their duty to make sure that you're dressed well, because you are something. It's like they have to show you off.
Yeah.
They want to be proud of you as a woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell us more. Me, I'm very curious right now.
Yeah.
I told you I brought my notebook and my pen. I'm writing down notes here. I don't want to pass anything, to miss anything. This is a very, 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 very special topic. I'm also in diaspora, so who knows?
Yeah, who knows? You might meet an
Fresh
international
separated
man
on the market. I'm not looking.
Yes,
you might meet you're not looking, but you might be found. You might be found. Yeah, sometimes you're not looking, someone is looking and then finds you.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is kind of a thing.
I wish you could put her close to the camera. This is one way. Whoever is watching us, they're watching you.
Okay.
These people are not even looking at me.
They're looking to see
they're not even looking at me.
Musa Jame is watching from Italy. You're welcome. I know you will have your points too. Tell us what you think. There in Italy. Musa Jame is Gambian, so he's also one of those West Africans.
Yeah.
He's listening carefully. Now tell us more.
Yes. So, and the other thing that because he wants to be proud of you, so he makes sure you're taken care of. He takes care of you. Like there are people that you could easily just call and you call them as your man or your boyfriend. You say, I'm in this kind of a situation and I need this kind of help. I need this kind of assistance. There would not be any back and forth. It's automatic for him that it is he's supposed to do it. It is his duty.
I never saw
really
like that.
It is. Really it is. He would rather even tell you I am coming than to tell you I can't do it.
Oh, really?
Yes, he would rather do that. And the other thing is that because he wants you to take care of yourself, they do take care of themselves. They are presentable. My God.
Yes, I've seen how they dress up.
They are presentable. They smell good. They look good. They are clean.
What will a woman do? My God. A guy who smells good, he's confident, he's buying everything you need. What else? Smelling good, dressing good, shoes good.
Classic.
See, now, all those points. These are big points, man.
Yeah.
Where do they shop?
To know where do they shop. West African men, where do you buy those clothes of yours? Where do you shop?
It doesn't really matter where they buy those shoes.
But how
what is important is that those shoes come out of that house when they are clean.
They are clean.
I'm just taking notes
they are
too.
Clean. So you're taking notes as well. Maybe he's doing it digitally. May I have a pen and whatever. And Lulu Masha is saying they always smell and dress good. That's underlined.
We need to write that in black.
Hey, we are not talking anymore. We are quiet. Musa, tell us what you are thinking.
Yeah.
You're also one of
If
those.
if you want to confirm my statement, if you want to confirm my statement, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But if you want to confirm it,
Do we call someone?
no, you don't. You don't even have to call. You just have to go to the archives of news and research. West Africans were in South Africa a long time ago.
Yeah.
Then something happened. There was a problem, and when the problem erupted, the only problem that the South African men had was that these men were taking their women.
Yeah, and in Kenya,
That was in South Africa.
In Kenya, it's not the
Kenya,
same.
it was the same.
It
In
was.
Kenya,
It was before we knew where to buy these clothes.
No, it's not.
it was before we knew how to do it. At least they saved the situation before they knew where to buy the clothes. People, we are having an issue here. Where do the West African men buy their clothes and shoes? Because that could solve a lot of other African nations, men. I mean, the men from those other countries. Because we do not want to be losing every woman to the West Africans. Now.
Of course. Yeah. So that is my own. That is my own. That is my own experience as someone who dated a Nigerian.
Okay.
The father of my kids is Nigerian. Yeah.
Okay.
So my experience is specifically Nigerians. Yeah. Because they do behave kind of similar as West Africans, but I just want to be specific that mine is really based on Nigerian
knowledge.
They are confident. They take care of the women. They look good, smell good, and they make sure that you are definitely proud to be around them.
Ooh.
Yeah. So maybe you call Royal Duchess, and Royal Duchess will tell you her own
we will call her.
experience.
We want to call and find out that. Be ready,
Yeah.
We will call you. Royal Duchess, we will call you. Continue.
Yes.
Me, I'm very serious on this now.
So, but then, we don't want to really praise them too much because human beings have their pluses and their minuses. Yeah. And this one is generally, it's not only Nigerians. Actually, this is entirely the other Africans, and I'm going to even include Southern Africans. This is now the other Africans that are not from my hometown. They have this kind of characteristics which are like negatives. Yes. When now the relationship is supposed to get serious, that is when now you realize that you are not from their place.
Okay. Are we getting there now? Are we getting there now? Now he's going to listen carefully. Before we go on, please, saying they know what to do to get the women's attention.
I'm waking up. Daisy, Royal Duchess, we're gonna call you right now. You tell us more. But I'm trying to wake up from slumber. I've been quiet here, listening to you. But I knew you will give me.
Before we go to the minors,
we want to talk to this Royal Duchess.
I have had all those praises from so many people, and for us, because Kenyans, we are very open to new cultures. We are open to new experiences, and we want to know what we are actually generally as Kenyans or East Africans. We are open. We love something exotic. We are very open. Yeah, we are open. We are very
why
open.
don't you change this man? This Kenyan man.
How can you change a grown man?
You cannot
it's
change a man.
The man has to realize himself, to be making it on this market, I better pep up my dress.
But there's a question I'm going to ask at the end of this.
And the romantic
there's a question I'm going to ask. Have you met that Kenyan man here? Where he's away from home, maybe at home he's struggling, he's trying to. That's why maybe this international love is coming.
Yes, I have met Kenyan men here, and that is a story for another day. I mean, let's not go there. Le boss, you will go home crying, so let's not go there.
And Lulu Masha is saying the truth and only truth is the Kenyan man values and respects every woman except the Kenyan woman. Ouch! Now talk about that. I'm not even going to defend you. Tell me what you understand about that sentence. You're going to answer that one.
Lulu Masha.
Talk.
Lulu, were you not working today? Did you not go to church?
I'm not going to defend that one.
Can I respond that later? Because I need to. No. Huh? We had a conference the other day with Kenyan men, so I need to take notes back there what we talk about
and discuss them.
Yes, we had a Zoom meeting. Yes, yeah, I told you last time we need to have Kenyan men in diaspora because we need to talk. But Lulu Masha, I think it's time you take a break.
That's sad.
Tell her to go and cook mahamri or something like that.
Lulu Masha, you're told to go and make mandazis and then you can have better moods to us. I think that one hit too close to home. That was 1-0.
She's even she's the one destroying other than the one who's sitting here.
But you know, is the experience. Yeah. The woman talks about what she experiences, not what she's being told. You know, we are Kenyans, and I've always asked myself, is it the curiosity in us, or is it really the reality? I mean, you got that attention, you got that, you know, the smell and everything. But when you got closer, is it exactly what you saw, like in clubs or whatever? The Nigerian men. For me, like let me talk from my experience. I had a concert in a club. For the first time, someone threw money at me. It was a Nigerian. I was like, hey, these people.
So we don't throw money to
you. No, you don't throw money. Let's
get Lulu Masha first.
Is it Lulu Masha or Daisy you are getting? Royal Duchess. That's the official name.
It's calling. Royal Duchess. We're gonna get Royal Duchess right now here.
Let's hear what she's saying, if it's all true.
And I want to warn her. Royal Duchess, can you listen to us? Can you hear us?
I was just laughing and I was just saying, oh my God.
Okay, wait. Before you spit something out, before you outspoke yourself, before you come out generalistically, give me this wire here so that I can get Hakile to me. Before you expose yourself and exposure your sentences to us,
yes.
Be kind to Kenyan men.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Actually, good evening, everybody. I'm very happy to be here with you, all of you. And let me just hit the topic the way it's when it's coming. You understand?
Okay.
I do have some good news for the hosts. I really do have some good news for our Kenyan men.
Thank you.
I can say that let me say. They are trying. I have not.
That's a compliment. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't introduce myself. I mean, my name is Daisy Owino, and I am a single mother of one, and I live in Germany for a very long time, and I'm happy to be here with you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We are happy to have you in studio.
Thank you. So now let us go back to this topic.
Yes.
It is very true what Akinyi is saying. There are so many things that are really, if you have made the experience, you can talk. We only talk about what we have experienced. We don't talk generalizing everything. We don't put all the eggs in one bag. You understand? Because when one is spoiled, all other eggs will get spoiled. But if you wash them, they become clean again, isn't it?
Sure.
So we don't generalize these matters. On the other hand, it's also a very sensitive topic, which must be taken with a lot of rationality, with no emotions.
Yes.
So all the men who are listening to us, it's not really that we are attacking everyone. No, not at all. That's not our intention.
We're just talking.
We're just saying what we experienced, and I will just shortly analyze my experience in this matter.
Yes, please.
So, me, myself, personally, I have also made the same experience that Akinyi is highlighting on this matter. I want to start saying that a flower, like a rose flower, like any other flower, when is it shining? When is it showing its best? When does a flower show its best time? When it's watered, when it's taken care of, then the flower will show how it is. So if you want it to look better and you want it to look even more, more bright, more attractive, what do you do with it? You put a manure on it, isn't it? So that's what the West African men do to women.
Okay.
they enhance. They don't just say, well, umekula tu chakula, you have drank water, and you have drank your juice, and you are set. Now that's it. No, the West African will buy you something better than that. You know, it's a competition. We are here. Everybody wants to have a girlfriend, a boyfriend. So you have to. It's like a competition. That is where our Kenyan men lag behind. They don't see that we want to invest on that matter.
Simunakula fair.
That is where the difference come in. The Kenyan man will treat you well. On the other hand, I have not met a bad experience. I had a Kenyan boyfriend too, and we really had a great time. And I will just say, I think he was just liberal. For me, he was not a Kenyan. Let me say, he was not thinking like the normal Kenyans I know, because he knew also how to put manure on the flower so that it brightens up. So the West African men, that is where they really come out. You know, like when you go to a club where West African men are there, you know, a bunch of men just showing. In fact, I was so surprised one time we went to a party and the men just showed in with, I don't know, flowers, Hennessy, all kinds of stuff, you know, things that are very expensive and presents for the host. So I was like, wow. So, and then us like women, obviously a woman will check, wow, this is nice. You know, you want to be enticed. Nobody wants to be in a boring place.
You're right.
That is actually what the West, if I could just summarize the thing, is that the West African, they just put a more kick on that issue to get the women's attention. They just entice you. In fact, they actually do it 1+1 the way we see it in the Nigerian movies, you know. You know,
cinema continue shortly.
When they're buying for the girl a car, they're buying, obviously they also do with what they can. They will only do with what they can, but they try, and you really feel that this man really wants to catch your attention. His intention is something different.
Yeah, but he knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants, and he will make you feel what he wants, and that is what I like about West Africa.
I tell you.
And me personally, also had as I said before, I had a Kenyan boyfriend. He was liberal. He was not somebody that was just sitting and you go and cook and I don't know. No, we were doing other things like going out together, coming back, you know, going for holiday, a short ride there, and when things go well, you know, he just showers me with all kinds of presents, and I really felt like a princess. You know what? But wale wenye tumewaona, most of them are still lagging behind. I'm sorry to say that.
Okay.
And then what Akinyi also talked about some few points where obviously when we come to a diaspora, we are Africans. Now, when we come to a diaspora, we are Africans. We're not Kenyan, we're not Nigerians, I don't know. When we come here, that's when you realize that you are an African. And then you realize you're far away from home. And then you start practicing your culture. You put it actually in practice. That's what we do in our homes. You know, you cook ugali, you cook chapati. Those is the cultural events that you do at home without you knowing. The African family, the African people then the West Africans, they will do theirs. You know, they will make their fish. They will make plantain, things that we have never eaten in our whole life. You know, like all kinds of things. So when you meet together, that is what we as Kenyan women, I think sometimes we find it even more interesting to taste something else. How is it on the other side? Because now this one we know, and he's not going further from what he knows. Not unless somebody amwambia, I'm talking about our Kenyan men, then they just do what they know. They don't do further than that. But the Kenyan woman will see, wow, these Nigerians men, they are dressed well. I'm telling you, Nigerians, they can dress. If you have never seen Nigerians dressing, you better make that experience.
I tell you.
Just go to a wedding, just go to a birthday party or whatever it is. Just make sure you put yourself, it's really a nice, you know, they really take care. That is their culture, dressing to be seen, dressing to impress.
Where do they shop? Where do they shop?
Where do they shop?
Where do they shop? I have been in Primark. I have been in New York. I have been in where again?
You'll be very surprised. When you walk in Königstrasse, 17, that's where I work. In that street,
Where?
in Stuttgart, in Königstrasse 17.
That's where they shop. Now
That's where they shop.
Now you know.
No, I didn't say that's where they shop. You'll be surprised to see the shops that are there. Most of the time, there are some shops, particular shops, you only see West African coming out. Like Peak and Kloppenburg. Another one is coming from that Hugo Boss Center. The other one is coming. The other one finished buying Timberland in the Timberland. You know, in Douglas, they buy perfume. Sometimes even those perfumes are even too much. They will put too much perfume, can get a headache out of it.
Okay.
So,
they want to win.
I know why I'm lagging behind. Someone sent me to Primark, that's why.
The culture comes in here where you see different cultures. How do these people do in their country? How do we do it in our country? How do the Gambians do it? How do the South Africans do it? And that culture is something that we learn here in diaspora. Not unless you are not in diaspora, you are in diaspora. You are not in diaspora. That's what I mean. You will not notice this. You even notice the difference between white Europeans and Africans, but only when you reach in this place. So that point of culture. It's something that I really, we also get attracted to see other cultures. In the midst of seeing these cultures, then we get to know their people. Who are these people who are doing this? That's how you see, they dress well, you see Nigerians and the rest. And not Nigerians, I mean West Africans or Cameroonians, West Africans in general. Then, the other thing is that I find West Africans generally, they know how to entice a woman. That is something that also they're taking.
It's a whole lot of
I can tell you the truth. Me, the father of my child is a West African, and I don't want to start how we met because I'm telling you, that place, they know how to do it.
Okay.
I don't know what happens to Kenya, but as I said, I also had a Kenyan boyfriend, and he also had the similar trait of how to catch my attention. So, and then I finally realized that he was mingling so much with the West Africans that he even knew how to do it. You understand? So our Kenyan men are lagging behind because maybe, I don't know, maybe they don't want to do it. They don't want to know more. You know? I'm sorry. So that's the point. I'm sorry, people matter, but we, as you said, this is a topic it's liberal. We are not taking anything emotional. We're just
take it out. It's time we learn. It is time we learn. Tell us. Tell us.
Just stop.
Tell us.
Away. Don't worry. So that part of Mkatiano, I find it really, I really think that is one of the highlights of West Africans for me personally. Yes.
That's amazing. I'm here sitting and thinking, what did we parents in Kenya go wrong? We need to teach our men.
There's nothing like going wrong. No. We should not get this thing wrong. Nothing went wrong. Nothing goes wrong. When we come to diaspora, we have one big opportunity that people in Africa don't have. We have diversity. We can explore. You meet a lot of cultures. You meet so many people who are doing things different. You meet, if you just a very good example is our CNN anchor. What's his name? Madowo.
Larry Madowo.
Yeah. When he went to CNN, he just changed because now he's seeing all kinds of journalists. He's traveling all of a sudden everywhere. So that is where we have the chance to diverse ourselves. And we are human beings. We are obviously going to mingle. We are beautiful women, beautiful men around us.
Sure.
We are going to mingle with each other. So I am not saying that our Kenyan men are doing it wrong. No.
That's very important. That's good to say.
They are just doing what they know.
We should pull up our socks.
No, I mean, they're just doing what they know. And for us, it's a Kenyan woman is also a very, very liberal, educated woman. That is another thing that we should not forget.
Sure. Very open to the outside world.
And we are educated. We can speak our minds. And that is also one thing that West African men admire in us. They do admire that. They might not tell you, but they really admire it because maybe they have another different experience. You never know. I don't want to talk for them, but they really know that we are very educated, open-minded, liberal women, and I think they are also attracted to that. Unfortunately, some of the stories that I've heard about our Kenyan men is that sometimes our education is a challenge to them. So when you doubt me, we go where there is fun. So we just forget about the whole issue and then we just go back to West Africa, isn't it, Royal Duchess?
Come back, Royal Duchess. Come back, Royal Duchess. We're trying. Yes, we're trying. And on behalf of the Kenyan men, I don't know where to start from.
But I find this so interesting. The points you have noted are almost the same points that Akinyi talked about, but actually it's all summing up to the introduction to getting to know what catches attention, what they do better there. That's the initial, the beginning.
Yes.
I mean, and life we know as it is, the love issue, it's more than just getting to know each other, getting attracted, getting excited. I mean, there is more to love than that.
Yeah.
So what other experience have you had, Daisy or Wino? And I'm so glad you have your time in our show right now to tell us your point of view. And I want to welcome also Hure Melake and the others who are still listening. We are very happy to have all these guests. Remember, this is Aggie's Live Talk Show on Radio RFM in Stuttgart, Germany. And Lulu Masha is saying they are doing the bare minimum. I think she's talking of our brothers. Let me not say the name. I mean, we are trying not to generalize, but we are praying that the men who are listening, you should not bury your head in the sand. There is hope. One can always top up. Daisy,
but
what
let me first ask Daisy something.
Yes, ask her.
Let me use Royal Duchess.
Yeah, Royal Duchess.
Go ahead. All my ears are all yours, my dear.
Yes, yes.
Hey, when you were in Kenya, did you have the same mind that you are having here with the West Africans, or it changed when you landed? You land. Yes,
Yeah.
Luos always land. They don't arrive.
Yeah, they don't arrive.
Yes, when you landed here, did you have the same thing that you are speaking in mind about Kenyan men, or it came when you landed?
Okay, let me just say, I came to Europe very rapidly. I didn't have a chance of Katianaring all of a sudden the way people do it. I finished my Form 4, and then 1 month later, that was January, I came to Germany. So, I just came like after Form 4, nilikuja to Germany. My sister organized everything very fast. Before I knew it, I was already in Black Forest au pair in Germany. So, I didn't have that experience. That's ile moto yenye watu wanakuanga nayo.
Do you?
Watu wanaenda club, my friends wanaenda. I didn't have that.
Do you makosa?
Yes,
Do you
that's a very
makosa?
important point you're asking me because it's really something I cannot generalize.
Okay.
But I can only tell you from my experience. When I came here, I had experience of, first of all, European men. The thing, you come here, obviously you're excited, you're in Germany,
Of
all
course.
that, everybody knows what I'm talking about. So you have that experience. Then you meet Kenyan men. So the first Kenyan boyfriend I had when I was here in Germany was really, I was just wondering now who is supposed to be calling who and who is supposed to be calling the other one. So I was like, he's calling and then he's like, Sasa, and then I say, Poa, unaenda, that's somebody who is interested in you because we did it for, I think.
Maybe he was trying to behave. Maybe he was safe.
Maybe he didn't know the right one to say.
And he had to behave.
Yeah. Eleaje, niko poa. Unafanya nini niko kwa nyumba? By the way, that is the day. Okay, so the talk is with no salt, with no spice,
No
nothing.
confidence, no nothing.
Yani flat.
Kenyan men, we need to talk.
We need to talk.
Yeah, so and then I met other Kenyans who were just similar, more of what do we call it?
You're more reserved. More reserved.
Yes. They're reserved. They're like,
we are generally not loud. That's a Kenyan characteristic. We are not loud.
So that,
At least you have to tell us.
I don't want to say that I didn't like that. No, I just want to say it was not an experience that I made. But now when I met West Africans, it's like the comparison is like eating a cake. And the same cake that is already frosted, I mean, you put royal icing.
Hey,
Royal Duchess.
You know,
Royal Duchess.
Royal Duchess.
Royal Duchess, I think it's good we don't share your address. Some
Royal
Kenyan
Duchess.
men may come to Hey, Royal Duchess, and Tabitha Uma is watching. You're welcome.
It is important to know that it's just different mentality, different the way people are brought up, and then different acts of expectations.
Yes.
So when we come here, there is just diversity. So if you use that diversity, you will always get to know other things.
Yeah.
And for me, if you go to Kenya, you will be surprised that Kenyan men don't like Nigerian men, because there are some clubs in Kenya. When I was in Kenya, there was a Nigerian club and there were Kenyan clubs. And Nigerian clubs, there was a very long line of girls waiting outside to be let in.
Don't say that loud, please.
And that was
I can't understand. We cannot be beaten outside and then we be beaten in our own country.
It's not right.
Things
Away
are
and home matches.
Don't get me wrong at all. Kenyan men, I really love you. As I said, I also had a Kenyan boyfriend and he was
I don't even know
diverse.
what to do. Was it right to do this show today? I'm scared.
That's what Kenyan men should do. They should really try to be diverse, and then they will see things are going to.
Thank you, Royal Duchess. At least you have saved us.
We are in trouble.
No, you are not in trouble. I'm the one who's in trouble. She has saved us. At least she has told us right now. You know, it's better, sister, to tell you than you'll be told by someone else. Now, remember, Royal Duchess now was speaking from France. How could I be feeling? This is her sister who is speaking to me right now. Now, imagine she was speaking from France. How was I to feel? An outsider telling me on how to.
This is serious. This is serious.
Thank you. You were asking a question. I don't know if you remember it.
I do not even.
You don't even remember.
I was asking about the other part, because we are talking of the initial, the initializing of the love relationship, the beginnings. Everybody gets butterflies. I mean, you get this guy buying you your favorite parfum. You get this guy, he's taking you out. He can rent a Porsche car for you on that day if he wants really to impress you. That one is really very well known. They are very good at impressing. Impressing. Just watch the movies from the Western part.
Afro cinema continues.
That one will be. It will already make you know. Oh, this is another planet in Africa. And so I can understand that. But after this stage, Daisy, before we get you, before you go to
make Mahamri, I send Lulu Masha to make Mahamri.
Yeah, what were your experience after the initial stage? What was your experience? I mean, this is your experience, and I'm saying we should not generalize. This is something that you experienced. Somebody else could experience completely a different thing. So, what was your experience?
My experience on what courts? On Kenya, Nigerian, or
generally.
Kenyan, West Africans. I mean.
Yeah, because you say they're very impressive. They're very good at that. So does it always continue? Well, how was it? Did they continue with the same speed?
The experience. This one. I do have a lovely daughter, my princess.
Oh, beautiful! Congratulations.
That one tells it all, no?
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Now you are starting this trend where I have to buy. I'm feeling lost.
That answers only Sharia Ben Town.
Continue. I'm all ears, my darling.
Yes, my darling.
And the other experience, a very positive experience I also made with my Kenyan boyfriend. We are still friends until even if we're not together, but we are still really good friends. I did make a good experience because we are still friends until today. We can call each other and laugh. So that doesn't work so much. With so many, and also with him, I made a good experience because he showed his diversity. He showed that he's not just sitting there eating ugali and nyama, as in he was also ready to eat West African food. He didn't even mind. He was he didn't even mind partying with West Africans, you know. So I did have positive experience with both parties. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's always relationship. It has ups and downs. And I cannot say that we really we only had the downs. No. I made a good experience, but with my Kenyan boyfriend, I would have preferred to be longer and longer. It cannot go because I would like to know somebody else, but it has to be diverse. It is not diverse, it's going to be a boring relationship for me.
Okay. So the pepper and the spices is missing, eh?
But there's something that must be wrong with this West African. Let's be clear here. I'm not digging, but Royal Duchess, as we leave you go, because I want to Akinyi to tell us on how on experience. Now, leave this positive side. There's something that must be pinching you and say, this man showed me all this, and now look at him now. Look at him now.
There was the sweetness.
The beginning. There's a time you were eating this sweet cake, and now it is salty. What happened?
The frosting is over. And then what happens? Are you still there, Daisy? Royal Duchess.
I'm there waiting for the question to finish.
I'm done. I just want to know the salty side of this thing now. There's a time you look at this man and say...
Well, obviously there is, as I said before, it's a relationship, it has ups and downs. So when I first start from the mountain, it starts with clean water. When it reaches the ocean, kinds of
connection.
Wait, we are trying to get...
Our connection is getting a bit troublesome.
Maybe call again.
Let's do this. Let's talk to Akinyi first here. Are you getting us?
I'm getting you. I was just saying...
It's better now.
I was saying that... The bad experience is the cultural difference.
The culture.
No, the line. Something is wrong.
Now, let's do this. Let's talk to Akinyi first here to tell us the other side. We're going to get back to you shortly, okay?
We'll call you back in a few. Did you?
All right. Now, Akinyi.
Yes, Akinyi. This is a very hot experience. Now, I'm even... I don't know even where to continue. What did we do? You've already derailed my question. Because, I mean, there's so much. When one listens, everything is perfect. On the western side of Africa. Does that mean that all of us now, we have to look for African men, West African men to marry? They are perfect. I mean, the way we see in the introduction, get to know how they catch attention. I mean, the dressing part, I think, is just part of their culture. I've seen even when Sundays, this is so important, how they look like, and, this is so important. But how is it then when you want to intensify? Because I've had so many conflicting stories. There's so many things that you've had, and even I'm in 2 women groups, I think, on Facebook, sometimes in Crossroads, and there's always a lot of stories about how everything is so shiny and bright and so promising, and then at the end, behind the curtain, is completely a different story. Now, remember, we are talking about experience here. It is not a general thing. It's not a handbook for everybody to follow and listen. Everybody has his own way of experiencing love. So what was your experience? How, I mean, because someone is listening there and thinking, hey, if they're that good, I'm going to go West Africa now. What is your, how did it go for you?
If you remember when we started the conversation, we all agreed that these are experiences based on the diaspora. Because this is the only place where you get to meet other people that are not from your place. So, and the other thing that we also have to put in mind is that everybody who has come to the diaspora, every diasporan came with a motive.
Oh yes.
Nobody came here
Underline
to relax. No one came here to just for luxury. No one came here as a tourist. Every diasporan that is here came with a motive.
A purpose.
Okay. Now, the men who come from other parts of Africa also came with a motive,
of course,
just like the rest of us.
Of course.
Now the difference is here. The men that come from these places, now not my home country, their motive is so clear that they do not let anybody or anything
come in between
them.
Exactly.
So when you're in a relationship with them, it is all rosy, it is nice.
Yes.
Because he is confident. Even if you're living under the same roof with them, you really have that feeling that you're with there's a man,
someone special.
There's a man there.
In
you know, he
house.
gives you every character that you want to see in a man. He gives you that, and you actually have a good feeling. Now the problem comes when now things are supposed to get serious. Okay, because you can have relationships means boyfriend, girlfriend. And from the onset, obviously you don't come into a relationship with we are getting married or we are being serious. No. You first of all like each other, then you like each other's attention, then you share each other, you have company, you give each other company, and then it grows mutual and you get intimate, you know, and then the intimacy kind of gets a hold of you and you get emotional, and then you grow feelings, and then you fall in love. So when you fall in love,
you're gone.
Then now you as the woman, of course you're gone.
Oh, this falling in love.
Of course you're gone. Whether it is with your own man, with your own fellow Kenyan, or it is with another man from another place or another race. When you fall in love, you're gone.
You're gone.
And then now, when you're in love, as a woman, this one now applies to every woman across the board. White, brown, African, Kenyan, non-Kenyan.
Tell them.
When the woman is in love, then she wants to keep that love.
She wants to,
So in the endeavor to keep that love, she wants to be serious.
Yes.
And then we now open that book of we want to get serious.
Seriousness.
And then that is when that other man who is not Kenyan is now going to bring out his motive. And his motive, you are not inside. You are not inside that motive. It is brutal, but it is the truth.
It's the reality.
You are not inside this motive for various reasons. First of all, we as Kenyans, we are very liberal. Kenyans are liberal. I mean, even East Africans, Tanzanians, Ugandans are a bit conserved. They have some culture that enroots them. There's something that, this holds them as Ugandans, as Tanzania. But we as Kenyans, we are amongst
the
most liberal African countries. That means
I underline that.
That means we are very open.
Liberal, but I always said world open. But actually, yours is very perfect.
We are. We are open to everyone. We embrace cultures. We embrace people. I mean, everybody I have dated, I have something that I have embraced. I have embraced either their language or their food or their. We eat. How we are. That's how we see.
Even if there's a Noah's Ark inside, but we will eat it.
We will eat it. And then all of a sudden, anybody that comes to my house will definitely know that this girl had something with an idea.
And we are proud of it.
And we are proud of it. Kind of it. Unfortunately,
there's nothing wrong with it.
Unfortunately, our brothers from the other countries are not as liberal as we are. And this is where the problem comes in. Because he is enrooted with his culture and he is enrooted with his motive. So that blocks him from going to that point where you want them, where you want him to go. So, and that is where the fallout comes. In my own experience, what I have experienced, because it is all nice.
It's all
until
nice.
To that point where now you want to get this seriousness, then now you realize that you are a liberal Kenyan woman, and this is a Nigerian or a West African or the other African who is enrooted to his culture.
The culture now comes
in. And it's very strong.
And those cultures are not to joke with. That is just the truth.
This is something.
So anybody who is actually having a relationship with someone who is not from Kenya, I'm talking to us as Kenyan. Because we are the only ones who are liberal.
Yes.
My friend, Cameroonian women go to their men. Ghanaian women date their men.
Congo.
Congolese women date only their own Congolese men.
And us, we are everywhere.
So, but us, we are everywhere. we are so liberal.
And let me tell you, I This one explains why you will hear some of the West African women saying Kenyan women are so loose, blah blah blah. Because we date anybody. We date anybody. We don't think of culture first of all. And this is a very good point to explain to them. We are not loose. We just are very liberal. We are very
liberal.
If you fit to my picture now.
We are very liberal, and that is why the others refer to us as loose. Yes,
and I don't like it.
Even me, I don't like that now.
I get so mad at it. We are just different. We are raised different. We are lived different. And when we go to the world, we are ready to see the world. Otherwise, why would we eat a goosey soup?
That is the beauty of diaspora.
Exactly.
You get to meet other women who come from other countries, where they are so, these countries are so rooted to their culture, such that the woman even knows that I am not supposed to be seen out.
Sure.
Yeah.
It in some cultures in Africa, when a woman is seen out, she's loose. As in being seen out is equal to being loose. In other countries.
You're right.
Where we come from, it is just going to have a nice time.
Then you come back,
so that is where the drift comes in. So when you look at this thing in the perspective of the woman who's not Kenyan, then you will understand why their men don't get serious with you because the
you're
culture,
different and you'll not fit in their culture.
You will not fit.
You will not fit.
You will not fit. You will not fit because he is supposed to.
Let's
assume that you're already in a serious relationship. Children are there, and then now you want to get it serious. That means you want to solidify this relationship. #marriage. Then now this man is now going to grow cold feet because of that culture that holds him. How is he going to present this liberal woman at home? It cannot work because in his mind he's like, what am I mean, this is not done.
How? It is impossible.
It
work
is
at
impossible.
home.
Where I come from, women are not like this. Women are not. They don't talk. They are not confident. A woman is not someone that will be the one who is, she goes to work, she comes and if you want to discuss budget, she wants to discuss with you because she's also putting money in there. It's not done where they come from.
There's no you're going to cash in all the kindergarten and everything. She wants to have a say.
It is not.
No, I understand our Kenyan men.
Let's put a disclaimer that it is not all of them.
Not all.
There are those Africans who have gone beyond their culture. They respect their culture, but they are also liberal. They feel like, I am outside in the diaspora, and if I meet a Kenyan woman who fits into what I want in a woman, then I settle with him. I know of very many West African men who have settled with women who don't come from their countries, and they're just doing perfectly well.
Fine.
What we are saying is that most of them
they're so tied.
Are so tied to their culture, and you only realize this when you reach to that serious point. When now you want to tell him, hey babe,
we've been here 8
years. I mean, I'm somebody's daughter. So don't you think you want to go and tell my father something? And then he'll now tell you. Now is when he will remember that. I don't come from Kenya. Where I come from, we don't do this.
We don't do that. You say mine. You kneel when you're talking to my parents. I mean, and for us, it got lost long time ago. This is a very eye opener. You're very clear on that.
Where is Lulu Masha?
Lulu Masha is complaining here. She's saying, no, she's telling you a point also. There are people are not accepting of them marrying foreigners. You'll have a hard time blending into their society and their community. That is exactly what you're saying.
That is He is afraid that his culture will not see him as a completely married man because he has not married a wife picture according to their culture. First of all, obviously they have you are not speaking their language. Even if you have learned how to cook their food, you are not going to cook it as well as their woman would have cooked it. Because you are from this liberal country, you are definitely not going to subordinate to everything.
Yes.
I mean, you're going to respect him as your man, as your husband. but you are not going to take a lot of nonsense because you are exposed, you are educated, and you're making your own money.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is just the only point where the twist comes.
Do they tell you the truth at that particular moment?
I think,
or you just come to realize yourself,
later.
The traditions
some
don't
do
allow.
tell you, some do tell you the truth
from the beginning.
Yes, some do tell you the truth from the beginning. Of course, because you are not going to tell this man from the beginning, marry me. No, you are going to tell the man when now you feel like your relationship is ripe for marriage. That's when you are going to tell him.
And that's the point now. He will come out clear.
That is going to break the news to you that you know where I come from. We don't do this kind of.
We don't do this, no.
But that is mean. This is mean. You've gotten already half Nigerian children or half West African children.
You've got a posh car. You have got clean
you are
clothes.
gotten used to being bought parfums.
I want to know what happens to these cozy things. I'm celebrating.
You are used to this luxury. No, he's happy. Look at him smiling. That's not. You should not be happy too early.
Of course, as a woman, you can see what Masha has written. You can see what Masha has written. That is a point. There's a very valid point there.
The blending part.
That blending part, because for him to tell you that he is so sure that you're not going to blend.
Why can't I call this Masha? Masha, can we call
you?
This
is so serious.
Let me know.
He's so sure that you're not going to blend.
Yeah.
Sure. Because let us face it, most of us who are here in the diaspora want to go home one day.
Yes.
Sure.
No one wants to stay here.
Yes.
So first of all, in his mind, he's feeling like it's not going to sit well.
But which is the reality? Because I mean, you come from another community. You grew up different. You have really our Kenyan community is very liberal. I mean, we are brought up really different. When I look at the film, sometimes I'm like, I don't think I can be able to do that.
Yes.
To go, yes ma, yes pa, yes I don't know who. I mean, you may love the guy, you may want to respect him and to love him and whatever, but there are some things that will cost you a bit more. And after maybe staying those 8 years, and he realizes no matter how much she loves me, she may not fit in.
She may not fit in.
No matter how much he loves me, it may not work well.
Sure.
She may not,
although we are fellow Africans. Do you know, before I came to Germany, I used to think we Africans, we are all the same. Until I came to know the other African people. Now, I mean, really in a near situation. And I'm like, so I didn't know we are so different. This is really, and I think this is the dawning which comes in. So it becomes like even sometimes more heavy than marrying a white person sometimes. Because they are not so grounded in their culture like some of us in the African community.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, the culture. So the culture thing becomes a hindrance there to a blossoming love affair.
Is a very big hindrance to them. And that's why you see,
among us Africans,
there are most of them would actually, if he ends up marrying you, chances are
he will be denied.
There is one at home.
Yes, one who will, most of them have had that.
Yeah, there's one at home.
That.
So,
and that means that you are not going to go home.
Yeah.
Because there's someone at home already.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has you here.
Yeah.
And he has someone home.
Yes.
For that is for those that really want to have a stable home wherever they are.
Yes.
So he would rather marry you here, and then so that he has a stable home.
Here,
sure.
But at home, he will marry. He will have a wife.
He has to marry someone from home.
This one is also happening in so many scenarios.
A lot. Yeah,
it happens a lot.
Yeah.
For the
so
first
now
time,
the problem comes when he doesn't tell you.
Yes.
There are also those kind of men that will not tell you here. And then 10 years later you realize,
he has another family there.
Yeah.
You're not the only one. You're not the queen.
And
because
it breaks you. You're not the only.
You're the queen of my world.
You're not the only queen in the honeybee. You know.
But for the first time, let me congratulate those men. I'm smiling because those men, for the first time, I'm supporting that man from West Africa who is telling you the truth.
Yes.
That I'm married there.
I agree with that.
You will stay here because
here.
He has already done the damage.
Yes.
You already have kids with him, so he will be free and say, now it's like this, baby. You can't do nothing. The kids are there. You can't return them. So it's better. He is telling you, I am because of the culture difference, but because I love you, we are
I'm
still
staying
here.
with you
It's
here.
gonna be hard for him as a man to marry two wives, and it's gonna be hard for those. They will never meet. That's what I'm now getting, because you will never step on the village, and she will never step in Europe.
Yeah.
So
Okay, there are some men who manage to arrange that also, that you still can visit, but you don't live in the home where they live as a family.
will you have courage, Agnes,
You go to the hotel.
go there? Will you come back?
Let me tell you, there
You
are
will
so
be
many
turned
things.
into you will be turned into a chicken. let's call Lulu Masha.
No, if I know they turn people into chicken, me I will not go.
Let's
If I
call-
know she's a friendly co-wife, then I will have no problem.
Let's call Lulu Masha before.
call
No, not
Lulu
Lulu Masha.
Daisy,
Royal Duchess.
the Royal
Royal
Duchess.
Duchess. She was supposed to complete something for us here, so that we know.
experience.
But we want to know what Lulu Masha. Lulu Masha, can we call you? We want to know this. Talk to us. Talk
Tell
to
us
us.
how we can call you.
Yes. Let me see. I think she's online. We have the Royal Duchess. Royal Duchess. Welcome back, Royal Duchess. Can you get us?
Yes, I can get you. very well.
That's good.
Now
that's
there was a
great.
part that we were waiting for, that you were explaining, but we just left Sheria Benstown to do this
No
fast.
problem, I understand it.
Now you can come on. I know you remember the question we were asking.
Yes, yeah. Obviously, when there is nothing that goes like flowers and diamonds all the time. No,
Yes.
I mean, we also say the rich also cry, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, so the thing is, I was explained before that a river starts from the mountain and in the ocean. In the way, they're always meandering here and there. So that's a relationship. Any relationship does that. Even when it is in Kenya, when it is in, I don't know, whatever in the world, so long as a man and a woman come together, they want to build a family, want to have a relationship, they are always ups and downs. Now, for us that we have made this experience, one of the biggest problems why it doesn't really end rosy the way it starts is the culture.
The culture.
That's 100%.
Yeah.
Because first of all, the culture. Second of all, actually, the first one is not the culture. The first one is our motives of being here in Europe. That's the first one. Forgot to say
Yes,
that.
the motives of being in Europe, and that's
The motives of being in Europe. Why did you come to Europe? Yeah. Why did I come to Europe? What is expected of me in Europe?
Yeah.
So that is one problem, and then the second problem, the culture. Only those two are the only problems that affect these intercultural relationships within the African continent.
Yes.
So we come to Germany, or we come to Diaspora for that matter, because we want to have a better future. We want to, we want to explore what we can do more with our youth, with our knowledge.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, let me say fortunately or unfortunately, it depends who is the listener. Most of the time, we want to build our people back home. We want to continue helping our people with whatever we are getting here.
Yeah.
So that one is also something that the West Africans or the South Africans or the let me just say the Egyptians, everybody from Africa is also having in their mind.
Yeah.
Now, when you come with that issue in a relationship, then there is just attraction. Now you are a woman. And he is a man, and then that one has gone well. We put the first tick, the second tick. Most of the time, it ends in children. People you put the tick, very well, nice. Then when it comes to real talk, hey, what are we doing with each other?
Yeah.
That's like the first bump come in. That's where the first red light shows. You understand? Because it shows because of the culture and your motives of being here. Although you hear others saying, I cannot marry you, just like you said, because my family is like this. In West Africa, of course, the biggest problem there, as in according to my point of view, is the intellectual level of the women. The women have, unfortunately, don't have that. They don't have that liberalism that we have in Kenya.
Yeah.
The more subordinate you are, the more you don't know something, the better wife you are.
Hey, wife material.
Because obviously, a marriage, you have to interact with each other. People build each other together.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the West, with the West African, or they treasure that woman who doesn't know a lot, doesn't, the one who is really in the village, doesn't know what is WhatsApp and the rest. It's even easier to have a relationship with that kind of a person. She cannot check your phone or something like that.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what is a password, or she doesn't know what is, there's just a lot of general knowledge that people don't have. Don't have. They have it difficult. They have it worse in this kind of era that you're living in. And West African, I don't know if they treasure it. I think that's just their culture. That's the way they like it. You even see in the Nollywood movies, the more subordinate the girl is, it's always the rich man who is marrying the poor village girl.
Yes, I've seen that in a lot of Nollywood.
And the rich man was having another girlfriend who was always angry because you didn't do that. You didn't tell me about this decision.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me about this contract. How comes we didn't talk about this? You need to consult me. And then that one doesn't work in West Africa.
I understand now. I understand now why this Afro cinema shortly was actually the same thing that Royal Duchess is saying. It's exactly what we see on this.
Kenyans have that problem. As Kenyan women here in diaspora, we have that problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because we are liberal. We would like to, to build each other in a relationship, and then you find if you have a West African boyfriend, you see things just kind of go astray, just start meandering, and sometimes they just end up people separating, which is also the best solution.
Sure. When it doesn't work, walk away.
Yeah, this is normal. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. These are just normal things. When things don't go well, people just separate. So as Kenyan women, we are really, really liberal women. When we come here, we really integrate almost everywhere. We rarely see West African women in clubs. When there is a party somewhere, you see 90% of women there are Kenyan. And
that's why they say we are drunkards. Wow, this explains a lot of things. You guys are teaching me a lot of things. I've been asking myself, why do they think like this? Now I know why.
Nobody told us that going out is a
crime. My
father never told me going out is bad. No. You're going out with your friends, maybe he was not happy about it because last time you were sneaking after school, I don't know what, but now when you're a grown up, you go out. If you go to Kenya, you'll be surprised to see how people are going out. So as Kenyan women, we have that gift of being liberal, being ourselves, to see more, and that one is really not good when it comes to West African relationships.
That's very interesting.
I said before that a woman who is going out is always seen as a loose woman. It's really true.
Yeah.
That is how West African think.
That explains a lot of things.
You see West African women only in weddings or in funerals.
Churches.
But just partying the way I can just call Lakini, hey, where are you going, or what is happening? That one doesn't work in their culture.
Fish eating.
Fish eating and fishing.
I'm telling
Fish eating and fishing.
Yeah.
All right.
To summarize also what Akini said, the other point of having another wife at home is something that the West African men really point out. They tell you.
Yeah.
They will tell you, hey, this one will not work. I mean, for whatever reason Akini highlighted it, I don't want to go to it, but that is also another thing. The man is really rooted in his culture. You need to remove those roots for him to be liberal. And I have friends who are married to Nigerians.
Yeah.
And their relationship is working. But when they tell you their story, that girl is the one, most of the time, is the one who has really accepted the way it is. So that the things can work. And some of these women, they do that because they want to do it, They really say, I don't care, I'm going to take it. Yeah. Which is everybody's free. Everybody can do, and everybody can make a decision the way they like. So
yes, sure.
That is something that West Africans, they really take their culture, because the moment you don't take your culture, that culture dies in you. So, when you have 10 men who are Nigerians and nobody wants to take their culture, then the Nigerian culture will not go ahead. So that is the fear. That's the fear of passing. They don't want to lose their culture to be passed on their generation. That's why they have to stick to that culture that they have. Yeah. Kenya is very liberal. I swear Kenya is really liberal. Kenya, in fact,
is another Europe in Africa.
It is.
Another level. So that was my take about all that. So
thank you so much. Oh wow.
Thank you so much. You guys have really opened my eyes and ears.
Yeah, they better, and they have opened the eyes of Kenyan men out
Yes,
here,
uh-huh.
and African men, not only Kenyan men.
African
Now
men
it has come to
generally.
African men. I like the conclusion. I like the ending of the story.
Yeah.
It's not the end. We're gonna call Lulu Masha, wherever you are. We are calling you right now. But thank you so much, Royal Duchess.
Yes.
And
Thank you so much.
we would have loved to have you here, but this is not the last time, I think.
I will come. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Thank
come,
you.
come by.
You're
come by.
welcome so much. Welcome.
Thank you so much. As we hang up right now, let's just call Lulu Masha so that we
Thank
may
you.
know.
Yeah,
bye bye.
have a
So that we
nice
may
time.
know what she gonna tell us to. Lulu Masha.
Hey, I tell
Lulu
you this.
Masha.
You guys are teaching me things. Eh?
Let us teach you, and let
teaching
us
me
let us
things.
remind the Kenyan men that we have a discussion.
Yes.
Hey, this one is not
the
going to.
conference has to go on. Eh? The conference has to go on, my dears.
has to go on. We really need to know
cannot
about
stop
what's
there.
happening. So let's see if we can
cannot
get
stop
Lulu Masha
Let's
as
see.
as
Lulu
we
Masha, are you
continue.
there with us?
But I'm not even surprised when
Why
the
are you not
conversation
surprised?
was starting. I was like, oh, our poor Kenyan men. But we are heading somewhere. We should improve, of course.
Yes,
we
the
should
education.
do 1 or 2 education is the key to success, and we should pull up our socks actually. And now I didn't know where to go and shop. I understand.
You need to go shopping.
I need to go shopping.
Yeah, you need to go shopping.
Yes, and
I
I don't get, but we're gonna get Lulu Masha maybe next time. You can call us, Lulu Masha. You have our contact here on the studio. You're gonna reach us, check us on our Instagram and Facebook.
Yes, guys, this has been a very, very teaching moment, and I thank you so much, Nyathi Akinyi. Really, you guys have opened my eyes now. I know I have learned a lot of things, not just you, the Kenyan men. Even me, I've been learning a lot of things here.
Yeah.
You remember I was writing, even though you stole my notebook. He also needed a notebook. You see, he stole my notebook. Eh?
Take it. I've read it.
You've read it. So the issue is, guys, remember this is Aggie's live talk show on Radio RFM in Stuttgart, Germany, and we are talking about this serious issue of Africans marrying Africans. It's actually an international marriage, even if it's within Africa, because Africa is rich on different cultures, different traditions, different way of thinking. But we've heard actually, if there would be an award for the best dressed man, we would have the West African man.
I think we have first
winning that.
Lulu Masha on phone.
That would be wonderful.
Yes, we
got
have
her
her.
on. Yeah, we got
Now,
her.
hey.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, and I love your voice. Oh my goodness, she has a beautiful voice.
I told
Oh
you.
my word. Huh? Just
Oh, thank you.
Sheria kati ya Luxembourg. That's how they call you. Usicheze na hiyo jina bwana.
beautiful voice.
Sheria kati. Umeshika hiyo jina?
I cannot pronounce it. Me, I give
Tuanze.
up.
Sheria
ya
kati
kati
ya
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
Ah,
And
Serena
she's
Kati
the,
ya Luxembourg.
that is too fast for my tongue now.
she's
My
the
name
woman.
can
She's the
come.
Kenyan woman who's representing Kenyan women in Luxembourg.
Oh my goodness.
The darling of Luxembourg.
Oh, wow. We're so glad to have you here in studio. Let's hear your views now.
Before she gives her views, I want to warn her.
You about what now?
To warn her.
You are safe, my dear.
Sheria
No matter what
kati
he
ya
says, you are
Luxembourg.
safe.
Kenyan men are romantic.
So should I be answering a particular question? Just like phrase the question to me.
Should I? How do you find the Kenyan men?
Need I say more? Le boss.
What did I say?
I feel like I'm very I feel like I'm very already viewed as so controversial. I'm scared to give my opinion.
Yeah, he wants to corner you.
He wants to corner you, so don't give in to the blackmail.
Be very
corner me.
careful. He still wants to.
Yeah, so just quickly on my what I truly think as a person. Sadly, unfortunately, I have not had the experience of dating or interact. I have interacted with Nigerian men, but I haven't dated them, so I wouldn't really know. But I have heard how how they are, how they treat our females, and honestly, back home, because I literally just came over a couple of months ago, I would tell you that we were dying. Back home, everybody's dying to get hit on by a West African man.
Are you serious?
Because of what you hear
I just
from
got shocked.
others.
I just got shocked.
Are you
serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Others were just like, So the problem comes when they break your heart, you know. And then now Kenyan girls are like, you know what? Just let them eat their money, but don't take them seriously.
Eat it. So, eat it. No, eat it. Eat that money. Eat that money.
Eat their money. Eat their money, but don't take them seriously, because the truth is they will never marry you. They will not take you seriously. And now they know that many women prefer them for one reason or another. You know, they're now feeling like they're preferred. They are on top. They're the creme de la creme of African men now. You see, they're kind of topping the charts now. So they are also taking advantage of that. But from my view of dating Kenyan men, and I totally always discourage people. Maybe I just had the worst experiences with dating Kenyan men, but I truly still stand that I don't think according to me, the only Kenyan man who treats you well as a Kenyan woman is a married one. So you have to compromise.
Okay, so you have to compromise until you get married. Until you get married.
So you're compromising for him. Already he has someone, you see. So he will treat you good, because you see he wants this one thing. So he will treat you good. Now he will be acting like the ideal man that every woman wants. You see? Because he is already, he's like a full bus.
Wow.
So you are just coming on board. You're like the conductor of the bus.
I like you. Why can you not come next week to the studio? I mean, we have to have an extension of this topic. I mean, this is as a conductor of the...
Is she still talking? Is she still talking?
Repeat that sentence. As a conductor of what?
Of a bus.
As a conductor, as a tan boy, already the bus is full. His wife, maybe his wives,
you're just escorting
other side chicks like yourself, and then now you inside there. So of course you're like, let me just try and act the way normal men act, the way this girl probably wants. Sweep her off her feet, take this honey pot that I really want, and then after that you get to know exactly who he is. So it is pretty sad and discouraging. Or the one who will take you seriously is you have to completely die down your personality. Like if you are, as myself, very outspoken, you know what you want, you're independent. You know, you say no when you mean no, you say yes when you mean yes. You know, they don't want that. They want to step on that ego. They're like, I am the man of the house. And this is something we have seen even from our brothers back home, you know. They tell you, I don't want to marry an educated woman. I don't. Because you see, of course, they're home. So their choices are limited to Kenyan women back home, you see. So they're like, I'm not marrying a learned woman. I am marrying one who is from the village, who just started a business, who maybe finished primary education, because she will be with me in the house. When I say this is what I want. But you see, a woman like me, when you tell me this is what I want, I will tell you no. I want it this other way. And if it's not going to happen the way I want it, then I am walking away.
I'm out of the game.
And that's the way you are straight.
I am out of the way.
I like that.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Casey Owino is saying absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wow.
The personality is too much for them to handle. I think
much.
It needs a really strong man to handle a personality, the personality of an educated Kenyan woman.
So those
too much for them to take.
So those Kenyan men of us who are married to these learned ladies of ours, we are strong.
You're extremely strong.
If you're making them happy,
probably very strong, and you are the 1% that probably it's 2 of you only that are remaining in Kenya. So you
at least there.
Mumebaki wawili.
The we have to take care. But if only we knew if the woman is happy. Me, I don't say just because you are married.
Yeah, just because you are married to one educated
If the woman is also happy with you being there,
she's happy. She's happy. She's happy.
Yeah, that's the
thank you so much, Sherry. Katia Luxembourg. I like this. I think we shall come back to you too.
Thank you.
Royal Duchess and Sherry Benstown. There's so much into this. Let me tell you, there's so much. We can't finish. We are having the kingdom.
I think we should just have another show where we just discuss Kenyan men.
This is
Sharia, let's leave her go. Go and cook mahamri because the way you are destroying us. So
the way,
wow.
But I love it because I love not just your voice, but I like your points.
Thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome anytime.
And I love her voice. I'm already in love with your voice. So anyway, but thank you so much.
You, dear.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
being
much.
part of us.
You're welcome.
Today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Aye.
Hey, my goodness,
Gotcha.
guys, have you had? Have you had?
Finish this show.
You guys, now I know.
Finish this show.
Yeah.
Finish
Why
it.
should we finish? We are going to make another one.
No,
Let's finish for today. For the Kingdom Talk Show. But we must for today.
The international marriage within the Africans seems to be a very hard project.
Yeah.
And it is more because of the culture that we're going to have problems, or we are having problems because the culture is so ingrained in us. And some of us, we are not willing to let go. And some of us, we realize when we are a bit deep into the relationship.
Sure.
What I don't like is, if you know your culture, why can you not deal with this issue from the beginning? Why wait until a daughter of somebody has children and she has given you 8 years, 10 years of her life to come to tell her now it will
But
not
I think
I don't
we
like that.
are sons of
mean.
Africa. We are sons of the lands of Africa.
Yeah.
This thing, we don't blame us.
I
Blame these old people who said you have to do this and that. How?
No.
Myself, I'm living here in. I came here maybe I was 18. Okay. I never got a chance to learn about my culture. I never got a chance to know when I get 27, 28, 29, I want to marry. There's some things I need to go through. I came here, I found a girl from West Africa. She's beautiful. That is my choice. Why do I have to take the cultural thing inside? So when I go home and say, I found someone from South Africa, she's called Agnes. Now here is Agnes from South Africa. Then you hear the Wazes back at home calling them together and saying that will not work. You see, don't blame me. Now the time I'm coming to explain to Agnes, my Muzes told me when I went back home to holiday, they told me I'm not supposed to marry you. We have already gone far away. I was satisfied on what was I having here, and now they are supposed. That's why I'm very sure 98% Akini. Those women those Nigerian men live back at home and come to marry those beautiful ones here. Those ones are not beautiful.
They are not beautiful. Especially it's the mother. According to Nollywood, it's the mother who brings that village girl for marriage.
She's supposed to bring it for the villagers.
Because I have a friend who told me he went home and the mother had already a girl waiting for him.
That is it.
You know, it's because we're just supposed to. We're almost closing.
Yeah.
But this cultural thing is very strong. On the other people who come from the other parts of Africa.
Yeah.
Even the marriage process is culturally engraved. Yeah. That girl is even studied for about 3 months. She's not aware. She's being studied. The entire home is being studied.
My God.
Where are they come from? How are their families?
And
do they have mad people Kenyans in their lineage? Do they have rich people?
Mad people?
Are they? You know,
in my family we are gone.
Trust me. This is the process that goes on. So because you're not coming from them, from
how will they find that out?
They're not going to find out.
Yeah.
They're not going to find
so
out.
So they don't want to risk.
Yeah. This is the fear. Do you have a lineage of barren women? Because we don't want to risk that. We're going to marry someone. This is just a recap. So to summarize, the reason why I'll say international marriages and relationships don't really work in the diaspora is because of the motive. That means also you as a woman who got into that relationship, you had the wrong motives. You clearly had the wrong motives as well, because here in diaspora, tumekuja kutafuta, yeah,
Yeah,
hashtag.
you
came to search for greener pastures.
Yeah,
So probably
yeah.
this is the kind of motive you have
Yeah.
going into the relationship, because the West African man, the South African man is a spendthrift. Yeah, he gives you money. So
Yeah.
that is your
So,
motive.
yeah, that's your
okay?
motive,
So if that is your motive, it's going to block the
Other
real
things,
thing
yeah.
that is supposed to come out of a productive relationship. And the other thing is the culture. So, but when children are involved already, this is now where the
gets
stumbling
hard.
block comes.
Comes in.
So, but the most important thing is for you as the person who has children to actually put these children as your priority. Yeah, when they are there, then it is their interest that matters. It is no longer your interest. It is their interest that matters.
It's their interest that matters.
And their interest is that, first of all, they did not fill in any application form to come here as a half Kenyan, half Nigerian.
Exactly.
They did not.
Yeah.
You people did your own nonsense and then they came.
And they came.
So, but it is their right to have you and to have him.
Yeah.
So you both make sure that these kids enjoy both of you, even if they don't enjoy both of you in
and
one
know
building,
both cultures.
Yes, and they learn both cultures. This
Yes,
is what all of
that's
us
so important.
should try to strive for.
Yeah.
Me as a mother of a half Nigerian, half Kenyan children, I should make sure that my kids know that they are half Kenyan and half Nigerian, which
And
means
both are both important.
and they should embrace both cultures, and they
Yes.
should feel
Yes.
proud about it. That you
Yes,
know
yes,
what,
yes.
I can say jambo and I also can say Igbo kwenu. You know,
Yeah.
yes.
I
Say
think
that
what-
again.
what-
Say that again.
We are best.
What
again.
Igbo kwenu?
I can also say Jambo,
Jambo?
and I can also say
I can also say Igbo kwenu.
Igbo kwenu.
Yes, so
I
this
love
is
you.
so proud.
Now we're
That thing
international.
I'm
And the
learning
kid
now.
is proudly Kenyan and Nigerian. The kid is proudly Kenyan and Gambian.
Sure.
Yeah.
Kenyan and,
Yeah.
and Ghanaian. And this is the beauty of
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
bring it out in this kind of
Africa is
this kind of
beautiful,
Africa
actually.
is honestly
It's beautiful.
the most blessed continent.
Yeah.
Let's just
Yeah.
finish it like that.
Yeah.
International marriages, even if they don't work, but they should be productive. That means embrace the beauty of it. You know,
sure.
if you're dating a Nigerian man, embrace the beauty of it. I mean,
Yeah.
they have a culture that is really nice. It's
Very
it's
interesting.
colorful. Embrace it and then just enjoy it while it
enjoy
is.
it,
Yeah. Just always
This is
seeing life on the positive
amazing,
side.
I love
amazing.
that.
Daisy, you're saying most amazing show, and you're saying it's very true. The children are the cherry on our frosted.
Thank you.
With three
Thank you,
hearts.
thank you
so
so
much. It's so beautiful. And Lulu Masha, you're saying great topic. Thank you so much. I learned also it was not just great, it was greatest. I mean, amazing. And I have a very amazing guest and others who are not in studio. Daisy, thank you, Lulu Masha, for letting us talk with you. I will not say Sherry. This other one is difficult
Sherry
for my
Yakati
American tongue.
and Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
And
I
the
will
Royal
practice.
Duchess.
Next
Royal
time I will
Duchess.
be able to say it better. But you really spiced up the show, and really thank you so much. It was very eye-opening. But what is your closing word for those who may be very deep? I mean, like she said, she was in Kenya and everybody is dying to be hit on by a Nigerian. My God.
Yeah. My closing topic, my closing phrase for those that are dying to try. Of it's good to be curious, yeah?
Yeah,
if you're in
curious.
this youthful stage, come on. If you're curious, I mean, go for it and learn it. But also just have it in mind that we are very different in our thinking.
Yes.
Some of these men are rooted so much in their culture. They have different sorts of beliefs. So in as much as you are in love, and love is a beautiful thing, enjoy it. But also bear in mind that culture is something that is a greater part of that man than the love he has for you. That's it.
That is the crazy thing.
That is it. So once you
That's it.
respect that, then you don't really get that bombshell.
No,
You
no.
don't get the
It will
bombshell.
not shake you because you knew it from the
You knew
beginning.
from the
It
beginning.
can come.
You know that it is
my
that it is
God.
something that you just want to enjoy. But when it comes to marriage, but if this man is this liberal person, then you will also know.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Because those
And
that are rooted in culture, you know them
Exactly,
barely. After
yeah.
a year, 2 years,
Yeah.
you realize that this man is really into his culture.
Very much,
but the
yeah.
liberal one also, you will
know.
also realize.
So we are saying actually it can work.
Yeah.
Marriage between Africans it doesn't matter from which country,
Yeah,
it can work.
Yeah.
But you have to know and face the reality from the beginning.
Yeah.
And there I say, really being honest about the culture, being honest about the expectation, being honest about the motive, is so important. Especially, that's another issue of being married for papers. We do that within our brothers and sisters, also in the African community. And I think it's a topic for another time.
That one is a topic
so
for
today
another time.
we talked about love and love international, African and Africans. It can be very exciting. I mean, like we started in the beginning, it sounded very heavenly.
It is heavenly.
Yeah, it is
heavenly.
heavenly.
Hey.
Look, even after finish up. I'm not talking. Finish up.
The originezo that this show started with.
Yes.
I'm telling you. But let me close this.
Close.
Know what you want, whether you are a man or a woman,
Or a woman.
and then treasure what you have.
Yeah. Yes. And don't cheat anybody.
Don't treasure
What
you have.
The listeners agree. The message